Hey guys, I want to talk about this foundation today. This is going to be sort of a first impressions, and it is the Rimmel Wake Me Up foundation. Now what I'm going to do, because I've got nothing on my face now and I don't want to sit through the whole video like this, I'm actually going to apply it first and then talk about it afterwards. But I'm going to show you how it applies, how I apply it, and yeah. So the first thing that I've done is I've just, with any foundation, I have been putting a primer under it, so I thought a fair way to test it would be to do as I would any other day. So I've used my primer and then I'm just going to let that sit in for a minute. With that in mind, the brush that I'm going to be using is my everyday foundation brush. It's just a Kabuki by Bourjois. And then I'm going to take my foundation, take a pump of it onto my hand like that, and then just dab it on the areas that, sorry, I have to readjust my mirror. Just put it on the areas that I want to cover. Like so. And then I'm just gonna, it's a bit much down there actually. Okay. And then I'm just going to apply it. So all I do is buff it into my skin. I don't really know right way or wrong way to apply foundation. I'm not that much of a professional at it, to be fair. But it's a very easy way for me to apply my foundation. It's just to slap it on and try to blend it in. Okay, so on my face at the moment I've got a couple of problem areas. I've got a dry patch on my forehead, which is basically right between my eyebrows, and I've got a dry patch, yeah, so I've got one here and one here. And what I wanted to do was test the product on them areas really. And also with under my eyes are very tricky for me because that's where I want most coverage and a lot of the product to be, but that's what gives me away when I'm wearing makeup. You can see the product mostly under my eyes. I don't know if I've got fine lines under there or if my skin's a lot thinner than it should be at my age. I'm not sure, but it's a problem. Okay. So, that's on, and that's how I apply it every day. And I'm just going to get a little bit closer so that you can see. Okay, so there is a bit of a difference with my eyes. My eyes are always my problem area, so if I have a foundation and it doesn't immediately cover my eyes, it doesn't put me off or make me think that it's a bad foundation, because my eyes are really bad. And I don't know if you guys can be able to tell, I have a spot, but it hasn't highlighted the dry skin on my forehead or around my mouth area. It's right there, and to touch it feels really flaky and dry, but in appearance it doesn't. So that's a bonus for me, that's a good point for me. And it doesn't feel thick on my skin. It doesn't, if I'm completely honest, I don't think that I would need a powder with this foundation, and I'm very much, I will use powder as more as a routine than if I need it. So like, I've gotten used to using powder, so I will use it, but with this one, this foundation, I mean, it doesn't feel like there's anything on my skin at all really. It's a very, very nice feeling foundation. It's light, and it does a good job at evening out, which is like what I want from foundation. I want to even out my skin, and yeah, I quite like it. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about it properly now, rather than just the application of it, which in my eyes is very good. But okay, so here's another view of the bottle, and this foundation claims to give a radiant glow and It says anti-fatigue effect. Now, Radiant Glow, I'm not too sure, but you can definitely see that I have a glow to my skin, and I have never come across that from a drugstore foundation. Granted, I haven't tried every single one, but the ones that I have tried, I have never come across that, and I've always been envious of the people who do get that from their foundations. And now, if I want that look, I have a tool to use it. I have a foundation that I can use, which I love about this product. It's 30ml, which I think is pretty standard, and I picked this up when it was new out. It was an introductory price of £6, I think, and I picked it up a couple of months ago, but I had another foundation on the go and I wanted to try and use that up, but I hate that foundation. I can't do it anymore, and I was putting off using this until I tried to use it. This was going to be my treat for using that one, but I haven't succeeded, and I've just treated myself for no reason. But yeah, I love this foundation. It gives quite a good coverage for me personally. It was easy to choose as well. I didn't have to go through the whole colour range to try and pick my colour, and normally I spend a lot of time choosing a foundation for the colour basis, but I think this matches me very, very well. And look, you can see like the glow on me there, so I love it. It doesn't have a smell, like, doesn't have an offensive smell or anything like that, and yeah, I just like it. It hasn't broken me out yet. I've been using it for about a month, and I haven't noticed any bad points on my skin. And like I said, when I was applying it, I've got a couple of problem areas. It hasn't enhanced them, which I love. And yeah, I don't really know what else to say. It feels light, it feels like there's not product on my face, which I hate that feeling. And that's all I've got to say really on this foundation. It's a very good foundation for me personally, for my skin type, and for what I want out of a foundation. And yeah, thank you for watching. Sorry if it's rambled and jumbled, but I just... Okay guys, so that was my first impression on this foundation. Sorry if it's a bit rambled and a bit out of context, but that will be down to me editing and just talking crap really in my video. But thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in another video. Bye!